These spheres are thousands of years old, but how did no one see them before? 3 secrets were given to these children, but the third one was never revealed. Why? Is it too disturbing for the world to know? Even modern AI can't decipher this manuscript. What hidden secrets lie within its pages? Was it ahead of its time? These lights have been appearing since 1980, and 40 years later we still have no idea what they are. Only a select few can hear it, yet its origin remains unknown. What is it and where does it come from? Imagine trekking through the dense, untamed jungles of Costa Rica. The air is thick with the scent of rain-soaked earth, the distant calls of unseen creatures echoing through the canopy. Then, as you push past the tangled foliage, you see them. Perfectly round, massive stone spheres, half buried in the soil, as if placed there by some ancient, forgotten force. Who made them? And more importantly, why? The world first learned about these mysterious artifacts in the 1930s, when workers clearing the land for banana plantations stumbled upon them. These weren't just any rocks. Some were as small as a bowling ball, others as large as a car, weighing up to 16 tons. Yet, despite their size, they were nearly perfect spheres, something that should have been impossible for an ancient civilization to achieve without modern tools. Scientists, historians, and adventurers alike have spent decades trying to unravel the mystery. Some believe the spheres were created by the now-lost Genghis culture, a pre-Columbian civilization that vanished long before European contact. But here's the twist. No one knows how they managed to carve these stones with such precision, let alone transport them across miles of dense jungle. Legends say they were crafted by the gods, perhaps remnants of an ancient celestial battle. Others whisper of connections to Atlantis, a lost civilization with technology beyond our understanding. Some even claim that the spheres align with astronomical patterns, serving as markers for forgotten cosmic knowledge. Modern research has revealed that these spheres were made from granodiorite, a hard volcanic rock found in certain regions of Costa Rica. It's believed they were shaped using rudimentary tools and a painstaking process of heating and cooling. But the real mystery isn't just how they were made, it's why. Were they markers for sacred sites? Symbols of power? Or perhaps a language long lost to time? Many of the spheres have been moved from their original locations, erasing crucial clues that might have helped decipher their true purpose. Even today, the enigma of the stone spheres remains unsolved. They stand as silent sentinels of a past we may never fully understand. This is the site of one of the most profound and mysterious religious events in modern history. And at its core lies a secret, one so controversial that the Vatican kept it hidden for decades. What was revealed to 3 shepherd children in 1917? And why did the Church guard its final message so closely? It began on May 13, 1917. 3 children, Lucia, Francisco, and Jacinta, claimed to have seen a luminous lady appear above an oak tree. Over the course of 6 months, the apparitions continued, culminating in the famed miracle of the sun, witnessed by tens of thousands. But the Virgin Mary did more than just appear. She entrusted the children with 3 secrets, prophetic messages meant for the world. The first 2 spoke of visions of hell and the looming danger of World War II. But it was the third secret, whispered only to Lucia and later written down under strict orders, that became the most closely guarded mystery of the 20th century. For decades, speculation ran wild. Some believed the secret foretold global catastrophe, the end of the world. Others thought it spoke of corruption within the Church itself. The Vatican refused to disclose it, fueling endless theories and fears. Finally, in 2000, the Church released what it claimed to be the third secret, a vision of a bishop in white who walks through a ruined city before being struck down by soldiers. Many interpreted this as a prophecy of the 1981 assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II. But not everyone was convinced. Some believe the full message remains hidden, its true warning too shocking for the world to hear. Even today, whispers of an unspoken truth persist. Did the Vatican reveal everything? Or does the third secret contain a revelation so profound that it could shake the very foundations of faith? Picture this. The year is 1587. A group of English settlers arrives on the shores of Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina. They dream of building a new life in the New World. But within 3 years, they will vanish, without a trace. No bodies, no signs of struggle, only a single cryptic word carved into a tree: Croatan. What happened to the lost colony of Roanoke? Led by John White, the settlers of Roanoke faced hardship from the start. Food was scarce, relations with the indigenous tribes were uneasy, and White himself was forced to return to England for supplies. But when he finally made it back in 1590, the colony was deserted. The homes were dismantled, personal belongings abandoned, yet there were no signs of an attack. For centuries, historians and archaeologists have struggled to unravel the mystery. Did the settlers integrate with the Croatan tribe, as the carved word suggested? Were they wiped out by a rival indigenous group? Or did they attempt to sail back to England, only to be lost at sea? Some believe they succumbed to starvation or disease, while others whisper of supernatural forces at play. Could something more sinister have driven them from their homes? Recent archaeological discoveries have uncovered artifacts that hint at the settlers' survival among native tribes. Pottery fragments and European tools found miles from Roanoke suggest they may have assimilated into indigenous communities. But no definitive proof has ever emerged. The fate of the Roanoke colonists remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Did they find refuge? Did they perish? Or is their story lost to time, waiting to be uncovered? What truly became of the lost colony of Roanoke? Imagine an ancient book filled with strange illustrations of unknown plants, mysterious diagrams, and text written in an unbreakable code. A book that has defied every attempt at translation for centuries. This is the Voynich Manuscript, one of the most perplexing literary enigmas in human history. Who wrote it? And more importantly, what secrets does it hold? The manuscript first surfaced in 1912, when a rare book dealer named Wilfrid Voynich acquired it from an Italian monastery. Bound in aged vellum and containing over 200 pages, it was immediately apparent that this was no ordinary text. Its script was unknown, its images bizarre. Depictions of otherworldly plants, astronomical charts, and even naked women bathing in green, liquid-filled pools. For over a century, historians, linguists, and codebreakers, including experts from the CIA and NSA, have attempted to decipher the manuscript's text. Some believe it to be an elaborate hoax, while others suspect it holds alchemical knowledge, an ancient medical guide, or even the remnants of a lost civilization's language. One of the most controversial theories suggests that the Voynich manuscript could be the work of an unknown medieval scientist, documenting discoveries centuries ahead of their time. Others even speculate extraterrestrial origins, claiming the symbols resemble no known human language. Modern scientific testing has dated the manuscript to the early 15th century, ruling out a modern forgery. However, despite advanced computational analysis, no one has cracked the code. The language, if it is one, remains entirely unique, with no correlation to any known alphabet. What is the purpose of the Voynich manuscript? Was it meant to conceal sacred knowledge, or is it an elaborate prank from centuries past? As you gaze upon its pages, filled with cryptic symbols and surreal illustrations, the same question lingers in your mind. Will we ever unlock the secrets of the Voynich manuscript? Deep within the remote Hessdalen Valley in Norway, a strange phenomenon has puzzled scientists and locals alike for decades. Glowing orbs of light, sometimes white, sometimes red or blue, dance across the sky, appearing and disappearing without warning. These are the Hessdalen Lights, one of the most mysterious and persistent unexplained phenomena in the world. What causes these eerie lights? And why do they seem to defy the laws of physics? The Hessdalen Lights were first widely reported in the early 1980s, when residents began seeing them on an almost nightly basis. Hovering, zigzagging, or shooting across the valley at incredible speeds, these luminous anomalies left witnesses in awe. Some lasted mere seconds, while others persisted for hours. Scientists and researchers have tried for years to explain the Hessdalen Lights, offering theories ranging from ionized dust particles to underground plasma discharges caused by geological activity. Some believe the lights are a natural atmospheric phenomenon, akin to ball lightning, but others suspect something far more extraordinary. Could they be signals from an unknown intelligence? A glimpse into interdimensional activity? Or even evidence of extraterrestrial visitors? The Hessdalen Project, a scientific initiative launched in the 1980s, has used cameras, radar, and spectrometers to study the lights. Yet despite decades of data collection, no definitive explanation has been found. The lights continue to appear, unpredictable and unexplained. What are the Hessdalen Lights? A rare but natural geological occurrence, or something beyond our current understanding? The phenomenon remains one of the greatest scientific enigmas of our time. As you stand in the stillness of the Hessdalen Valley, gazing up at the night sky, one question lingers in your mind. Will we ever uncover the truth behind the Hessdalen Lights? The year is 1872. A merchant ship, the Mary Celeste, is found adrift in the Atlantic Ocean. Its cargo is intact, its provisions untouched, yet its entire crew has vanished without a trace. No signs of struggle, no distress signals, only a ghost ship floating eerily on the open sea. What happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste? And why does this maritime mystery remain unsolved to this day? On December 5th, 1872, the British brig Dei Gratia spotted the Mary Celeste drifting aimlessly between Portugal and the Azores. When the crew boarded the vessel, they found everything in order, except for one thing. Every single person on board was gone. The lifeboat was missing, yet there were no signs of foul play or disaster. Speculation about the fate of the crew has ranged from the plausible to the fantastical. Some believe a sudden waterspout or a gas leak from the ship's alcohol cargo forced the crew to abandon ship, fearing an explosion. Others suggest piracy, mutiny, or even an encounter with sea monsters. Then, of course, there are the more paranormal explanations: alien abduction, time warps, or ghostly forces pulling the crew into another realm. Despite extensive inquiries, no definitive explanation has ever been found. The ship's last log entry, dated 10 days before its discovery, revealed nothing unusual. There were no signs of violence, and all of the crew's belongings remained untouched. Why would an experienced captain and crew abandon a perfectly seaworthy ship? What forced them to leave so suddenly, never to be seen again? The story of the Mary Celeste continues to perplex historians, sailors, and mystery enthusiasts alike. As you imagine the ship drifting silently across the waves, one chilling thought remains. What truly happened aboard the Mary Celeste? In the quiet desert town of Taos, New Mexico, a low-frequency hum has baffled residents and scientists for decades. It's a sound that not everyone can hear, yet those who do describe it as an ever-present droning noise, one that has no clear source. What is the Taos Hum, and why does it continue to defy explanation? Reports of the Taos Hum first gained widespread attention in the 1990s, when residents began complaining about an eerie, persistent noise. Some described it as a distant diesel engine idling. Others likened it to a low, vibrating pulse that never ceased. But here's the strangest part. Scientists and researchers using specialized audio equipment have never been able to pinpoint its origin. Experts have proposed several explanations. Some believe the hum is caused by industrial equipment, low-frequency radio waves, or even geological shifts beneath the Earth's surface. Others suggest a psychological phenomenon, an auditory hallucination experienced by a select group of individuals. Yet more fringe theories persist. Some speculate the hum is a form of government testing, secret underground bases, or even signals from extraterrestrial intelligence. Researchers from universities and even the US government have studied the phenomenon, yet no conclusive answers have emerged. Not everyone in Taos can hear the hum, making it even more difficult to study. What is causing the Taos hum? Is it a physical sound, an auditory illusion, or something far more mysterious? As you sit in the stillness of the desert, listening for a sound that may or may not be there, one question lingers. Will we ever uncover the truth behind the Taos hum? On a warm summer night in 1977, a radio astronomer at Ohio State University's Big Ear Observatory stumbled upon a signal so unusual, so inexplicable, that he circled it on a printout and wrote a single word beside it: wow. What was this mysterious transmission? And could it be the first evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence? On August 15, 1977, Dr. Jerry Amon was reviewing data collected from the Big Ear radio telescope when he noticed an anomaly. A powerful narrowband radio signal lasting 72 seconds had been detected in the 1420 MHz frequency, the exact frequency at which hydrogen naturally emits radiation, considered by many scientists to be an ideal channel for interstellar communication. Since its discovery, the WOW signal has puzzled astronomers. Some suggest it was a signal from a deep space object, an unknown cosmic phenomenon, or even a reflected Earth-based transmission. Others speculate that it was a deliberate attempt at communication from an extraterrestrial civilization. But here's the problem: the signal never repeated. Despite decades of follow-up observations, no similar transmission has ever been detected again. Scientists have explored numerous possibilities, from natural astrophysical sources to radio interference. In recent years, some researchers have proposed that the signal may have originated from a passing comet, emitting radio waves in the same frequency range. Yet, even this theory remains inconclusive. Was the WOW signal a mere anomaly? Or was it a fleeting glimpse of something far greater, an intelligent message from beyond our world? As you gaze up at the endless night sky, one thought lingers. Was someone, somewhere, trying to say hello? For centuries, one of history's greatest conquerors has remained shrouded in mystery, not for his legendary battles, but for what happened after his death. Genghis Khan, the ruler of the Mongol Empire, was laid to rest in an undisclosed location, his tomb hidden so well that it has never been found. Why was his final resting place kept secret? And will we ever uncover the truth behind its location? According to Mongol tradition, Genghis Khan wished to be buried in an unmarked grave. Historical accounts suggest that his funeral procession took extreme measures to conceal the location, reportedly killing anyone who crossed their path, and even diverting rivers to erase any trace of his tomb. For centuries, explorers, historians, and archaeologists have sought the lost tomb of Genghis Khan. Some believe it lies somewhere in the Khenti Mountains of Mongolia, hidden beneath the untouched wilderness. Others suggest it may be beneath the sacred Burkhan Khaldun Mountain, a place revered by the Mongols. There are even rumors that modern technology may one day reveal the tomb's whereabouts. But so far, all efforts have come up empty. Local legends warn that disturbing the tomb could bring misfortune, adding yet another layer of mystique to the enigma. Was Genghis Khan truly buried in an unmarked grave, or does a hidden mausoleum exist somewhere waiting to be discovered? Could the secret of his tomb hold lost treasures or historical revelations?